Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mupo and Friends. Our special guest today is actor, comedian on Netflix, Wheels of Fortune. He also has been seen on the series Stranger Things and Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events with Neil Patrick Harris, the Big Sick. You know him from Jurassic World, Dumb and Dumber 2, and many, many TV appearances like Selfie on ABC and Ray Donovan, only to name a few. This man never stops working, humble
Oh,
as can be. Let's give a warm welcome for Matty Cardarople. Hi, Matt.
Yay!
hey, I'm clapping for you all, not myself.
Yay! He's clapping because I got the name right. How
Yeah,
are
good job.
you?
That's good.
Welcome, welcome,
Uh,
welcome.
Welcome.
I'm
So
doing great.
awesome,
Good.
awesome. Um, we start off by saying, like, we'd like to know, obviously, are you from the East Coast or the West Coast? Because Holly and I have this East Coast, West Coast thing.
I'm originally from, and this is wicked cool. I'm originally from Exeter, New Hampshire, which is on the East Coast.
Yes.
And they love to say wicked there, or
I,
park the car, they like to say. So,
I love
Nice.
that word, wicket. I
Now,
actually use it.
um, I read one time that you wanted to be a pitcher for the Boston Red Sox.
that's true. That's very true. That's a true story. Yeah, I was a very good pitcher. Um, I think they were intimidated by my fastball, and I think that's why I didn't make little league. That was the thing. I wanted to be a pitcher, but I didn't make it far enough. I didn't even get past little league, and I think it was because they were scared of how fast I pitched, and they didn't
Wow.
get injured.
Yep, they didn't want to get hurt on that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
They were jealous.
you experienced bullying when you were a kid
Yeah,
for ADHD. Michelle can
yeah.
relate to this.
I have
Uh,
ADHD. I do.
Oh, you do.
I
Oh,
I
good.
I have a form. I think everybody
And I
has
was
it.
bullied too.
Oh, yeah. See,
I
well,
was
I'm sorry to hear that you're bullied. Uh, but yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I was diagnosed. I didn't know that I had ADHD when I was a kid. I found out like a year ago. So I found out when you know, since I'm an adult. So, uh, yeah, it's been cool. It's been good to know. Like, wow. So that's why I had so much trouble in school.
I just found out a year ago too. I went and had a testing done, and it turned out probably for a head injury that I had that it could have activated it. But you can control it. How? But growing up as a kid, I remember being the odd kid out, and kids,
Yeah,
can be very very cruel. How did you deal with that when you were
yeah.
a kid?
Oh God, it was hard. I don't know. I don't think I think I probably dealt with it with humor. I think I tried to make people laugh, and that was my way to cope with it. But yeah, I didn't really have my parents were very supportive. But I didn't really have I don't know. Yeah, it was I'm having an ADD moment right now. What were we saying?
That's because you're extremely intelligent. See, people don't realize if you have
Yeah.
ADHD, you are over accelerated. You really
Yeah,
are a
Is
genius.
that like a package kill? Is
Well,
that
yeah.
does that come with HBO and Showtime as well?
Yes, it does.
It could if it got picked up.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your latest, Wheels of Fortune,
Okay.
currently playing on Netflix, and tell us about that. How is it working on that set, and what? How did you come about that?
Oh, wait, sorry. I do want to talk about the ADHD thing real quick. I
Okay.
just want to say that, yeah, I was bullied as a kid, but it kind of made me a stronger person. And also, I think the ADHD, how I've been successful in my career is one of the great parts about it is you get hyper focused. And when I'm hyper focused, I get a lot done. So that's a good thing. So, yeah. So yeah, yeah, I just wanted to mention that.
What would you advise to kids that know they have that and are having troubles in school, or kids are treating them differently? Then what would you
I
say?
would say talk to a parent or someone you trust and say, hey, I'm really having trouble, I need help. I think that's the thing kids don't really realize is they they're kind of shy or embarrassed about their situation. I don't know how it is now, but um I guess the thing with that is don't be afraid to ask for help, you know.
Right.
Hey, I don't get this, or I don't understand this, or I need a little extra time than other people to fully grasp what I'm learning here. So I guess that's a big thing.
And I think that's
Yeah.
why you're so good with kids, because you do have, when you have ADHD, you have patience with kids. You can relate.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that's a
true.
good thing. But yeah, Wheels of Fortune. So yeah, I'm in Wheels of Fortune. It's out on Netflix now. It's a very funny movie. I play a character named Noodle, very fitting with my long, skinny arms. I am an actual noodle in real life. But yeah, it's out on Netflix now. Um, it's very cool, very funny movie. It's about these two dummies. It's kind of like Dumb and Dumber a little bit. That go these two guys that go on an adventure to uh, try and win this money that this other character Bo realizes that his dad is super rich and he didn't know he had a dad, and they go out on all these races to uh, get this money. Basically, that's what it's about. So yeah, you should check it out. Yeah, you had some
Awesome.
questions about it.
Yeah, no, I was
Oh,
wondering what how you came into the role and how you were cast for it. And
okay. Yeah. Um, I got the audition from my agent, and I wore a yellow shirt with stripes. Um, I felt strongly about
I
that
should
choice.
have expected good.
Uh,
You're good.
and
That's hilarious.
yeah, I did my scene. I thought it went well. So first, you get a self tape, uh, and then, well, this is before COVID. Now everything is self tapes, but I got a self tape and filmed it, and they responded to it, and I had a callback, and I felt great about the callback, and I went in. I went in back in with the yellow striped shirt again, because you have to wear the same shirt, or they get thrown off. Why is he wearing a red striped shirt?
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, so I got offered the role, and I said no. No, I'm just kidding. Got offered the role, and and then yeah, we filmed it up in Petaluma, California, up north, and I was up there for a month, and we had a great time. We laughed a lot. It was really fun.
See
Awesome.
that? Everyone should laugh every day.
Yeah,
I want to take you back though, because I noticed, like, I was reading that you had quite a scare after high school,
yeah,
and regarding your heart. Uh,
yeah.
did you ever, can you tell us a little bit about that? And did you ever end up having any surgery?
Yeah. So when I was 27 in 2010, uh, I went to the doc, and it turned out that I needed to have emergency heart surgery because my heart was too big from too much loving. So, no, because I'm tall, it's kind of a thing. I was joking there. But yeah, just because I'm huge. I'm a tall person, and all the blood has to go, way up to my toes and my fingertips, and uh, I pump a lot of blood, I guess, and it got too big, and they fixed it, so I'm good now. They just had to go in there and put an ace bandage on it, and now I'm fine.
Thank
I'm doing
God.
good. Yeah, but that was scary, but it drove me to really. I almost died, so I was like, oh man, I really have to I gotta be an actor, and so I just kind of I stopped waiting for the phone to call, and uh, that's how I got Jurassic World. I wrote to the director on Facebook and was like, "Hey, I'm an actor. Here's my acting reel. Big fan of you. Love Jurassic World. And I got an audition, and I went out to Hawaii and filmed that. It was incredible. And I don't recommend that if actors are just starting out and they don't feel like they have a strong acting reel. I don't think you should do that because it just puts you in a weird situation, and you always want to put your best foot forward. Um, so yeah, that was crazy, but I'm healthy now, so I'm good.
Obviously, yeah, thank God.
Yeah,
That created that drive in you and that shift. Nothing like a wake-up call, right? To
yeah,
really catapult your life. And
yeah.
I know when you were starting out, you started out as a personal assistant to Luke Wilson. How
Yeah.
did you get that job? How did
I
you
got
guys
that.
meet?
Yeah, I got that job. I worked for his brother Andrew Wilson, and he's pretty he's lesser known than the other two brothers, Owen and Luke. But he's a great actor. He's awesome. He I worked for him. I worked in the editing room on the Wendell Baker story, which is a movie that Andrew and Luke directed together. And I worked in the editing room as a PA. And I think Luke just took a liking to me, and he had a job in Florida that he needed an assistant, and I went out there and filmed that. And it was actually it was called a movie called Hoot, Hoot, and it was during Hurricane Katrina, so I was down in
Oh
Florida
wow.
during that. So that was interesting. My All my furniture off the patio flew off. I didn't realize
Flying off.
that
Oh, thank
that
God
I
you're
was supposed
okay.
to bring it in. Um, I was like, "Oh, I think it'll be fine out there." But anyway, so yeah, I worked for him for several years as his personal assistant, and that was a cool job. Got to travel all over the place, learn a lot about acting. Um, got free shoes. Yeah, it was a great time.
So he was like a mentor to you.
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
He put me in my first movie, my first speaking role. Um, it was a
So
movie called Blonde Ambition with Jessica Simpson, and yeah, I was in that with him. And then his brother Owen took a liking to me and helped me get an audition for Drill Bit Taylor, and that was like my first big movie. And I thought, oh, I'm set. I don't have to. I'm gonna be an actor. Like this is it. And then it was like dead for a few years, just doing commercials and stuff like that. But then I booked Dumb and Dumber 2 and then Jurassic World, and then I've been working very steadily ever since. So that's
you've
I
just a
mean,
done
short story.
I
you've
was
done
gonna s-
a lot of roles. A lot of
Yeah,
roles.
yeah, he has like 58 credits, right?
Mhm.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's definitely awesome. I mean,
Thanks.
having 58 credits under your notch, right? What would you
Yeah.
say to somebody to get to that level? Like, how long did it take you to get to that level? Because, in today's day and age, if you put the time in, even to be a pitcher, you gotta pitch for years before can become a pro, right? So, how long have you been doing it? And I mean, how long does it take to get 58 credits? Because you seem to get work one right after the other.
Um.
You're wanted.
Yeah. How long does it take? Well, I think it takes like studying acting and getting coached by teachers and whatnot. And then once you get that big role, like for me, it was Dumb and Dumber 2 and then Jurassic World. And then other people, it's kind of like, yeah, that he can do this, he can do this job, and wow, he's in these great movies. Yeah, I want to hire that guy. So you just need that one big credit to give you leverage to snowball you into getting other parts. So yeah, once you get that, you're good, and just work hard and be nice and be reliable, and you got a career. So That's one thing with ADHD. Again, it helps with the hyper focus. And one thing I don't have with ADHD, because everyone's different, right? So one thing is like people aren't on time or they're not reliable. Well, that's kind of a myth. Like you can still have ADHD and be very reliable. It's just it's different with everyone. Um, uh, so yeah. Um, and I know that's funny because I know today I was late.
Yeah,
But
but you
that
followed
was
Yeah,
up.
because
but
I had 2 auditions and I was in contact with you
yeah, but
guys,
that
so,
that's a legitimate.
uh,
That's a more of a
yeah,
legitimate. Yeah,
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 so,
absolutely.
but
Now,
yeah.
I know you got to work with one of your people that you're idolized and somebody you absolutely loved growing up, which was Jim
Yeah.
Carrey. What was to tell us about that experience of meeting him for the first time and then actually getting to work with him as well?
Oh, yeah, that was amazing. That was so cool. He's just the nicest dude. I remember it so clearly. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I just remember the situation. We were filming Dumb and Dumber 2, and we had just finished the day, and, I hadn't met him yet because we didn't have scenes together. And he was coming out of the makeup trailer, and yeah, it was just like, and it was cool because there was no one else around. It was just me and him, and his assistant was there, and yeah, it was just like magic, and it was like everything I could ever dream. Like again, I can't remember what I said because I felt so emotional, but I was just like, you know, I probably said like, "Nice to meet you," and he was happy to meet me, and I just went to my went to I think like went to my trailer and just like cried. I was like, "Oh my god, Jim Carrey! I met Jim Carrey." Um, it was just such a he was such a hero to me because you know, I could relate so much to him as being this like oddball. And he has ADHD too. So I think he kind of, that was like a huge representation of this person. And I connected with that so deeply because there was no, I don't know, like it was okay to be that way and it was celebrated. So that was really cool. And I think that's why I got so emotional. Um, So yeah,
He's a
so
great
yeah, it was
guy.
very cool.
He
Yeah.
is. He's the reason I
Yeah.
write a check to myself.
Oh, nice. I
Yeah.
love that.
I'll have to tell you
That's really
that
cool.
story because this is about you,
Yeah.
but he's a
Oh,
great guy.
well, I'd love to hear it.
Um,
Have you met him too?
I have met him and he ripped up my
Wow.
yeah, no, he's very good. I met him early 90s. So
Oh, wow.
he's the type of person like before The Secret came out, he knew The Secret.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So he knew all about the law of attraction.
Yeah,
He's a great guy.
yeah,
It's funny is that, Jurassic World 2, like that was a pivotal point for you. And then
yeah,
so Dumb and Dumber, Jurassic Park 2, you're working with like really great actors. Like you're so
yeah.
blessed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I am.
Did they ever call you outside of, you know, the movies and say, "Hey, come on over and have."
Yeah, I wish Jim Carrey would. That'd be
He will.
cool.
You have to
I
put
am
it out
friends
to the
with,
universe.
yeah, I have been. Yeah, I did yeah, I do know his assistant. So hopefully hopefully we get to go out for a slice of pizza when this COVID's over. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, the pizza. I notice you have the pizza quite a bit in a
Yeah,
lot of your photos. Is that your branding?
that's my brand. Yeah, I love pizza.
Where did that come from?
Um, well, I think like my branding is like big kid. So like I'm a big kid at heart. So I've tried to emulate that through my career, and I've just always loved pizza, and I started, going to red carpets and eating pizza on the red carpet because I thought it was funny, and I just felt like, people are so serious at those red carpets, and I just wanted to
Or
feel comfortable. And I feel comfortable with a slice of pizza in my hand. So I would go to, premieres with pizza in my hand. So And I bought for the A Series of Unfortunate Events premiere, I bought pizza for the whole photography crew, and they loved that. So, because they stand out there for hours and they're hungry, and it was gone like that.
What's
They
your
ate
favorite
that so
kind
fast.
though?
I love pepperoni.
You like
Pepperoni's I like
pepperoni
pesto
pineapple?
pizza. I'm not a pineapple fan. I just
Yeah, I
cold
like
wet
that.
on the pizza
That's not
doesn't.
Italian,
uh,
pineapple. How did they invent that? That's not Italian.
Yeah,
It's an American thing.
it's not
Yeah,
Italian.
yeah,
That's like
definitely not
putting like
into.
coleslaw on pizza or something.
Yeah,
So
like a
like,
margarita pizza is Italian.
yeah,
I
but
love pizza. That's my weakness.
yeah, I
That's my
love pizza
weakness.
too.
Yeah.
So, what would you say is your comedy style, and what would you look up to in a craft? Like, if
Yeah.
somebody wanted to just take you, because you are very comedic. Like, it's just I'm trying to hold back laughing the whole time because some of the things you
Oh,
say, they're
thanks.
just. But like, what is your style?
I'd say my style is like very dry, very observational humor.
Now, did you have to train for that, or or is that natural?
No, I think it's just natural. I think
Love
that's
it.
just my humor. Like I think that's just my timing. I think I have very good timing. So I think that yeah. So yeah, dry humor and deadpan. That's me. That's what
I
I'm
love
known
it.
for.
I love it.
There's just some things that can't be taught. There's some things that just you have it. You have it inside.
Yeah.
But you are big on training though. I notice
Yeah.
you do advise
Right.
to train.
Yeah.
What would you say to
Uh
people out there getting into the business, wanting to do what you're doing?
I'd say
Um,
like oh sorry. Go ahead.
no, go
I
ahead.
thought I'm sorry. Oh, uh ADHD talking over people. So uh yeah, so what was the question?
What would you say to actors that are wanting to get in the
Oh
business?
yeah.
And some people believe there's two theories. Some people believe that training can create, take away from that natural, you know,
Oh,
thing that you have as an actor. Other people believe that acting is definitely very helpful. Acting
yeah.
classes.
UCB is great in Hollywood. LA is great. The Groundlings is very good. I went to UCB. Um, there's a place here in LA called the Pack Theater. They do some great improv classes. Um, I go to Leslie Kahn and Company for my acting. I get coached quite a bit, so I'll go with them for coachings for roles and a coaching that's like working with like a teacher one-on-one for an audition and just working through the scene and whatnot. So um,
How important is it to get coached for an audition, do you feel?
I think it's very important. I think you need that second opinion,
Right.
and it also just helps with your confidence. So that's really helpful. But yeah, you should definitely everyone. I think everyone should get coached for sure.
I'm a firm
Uh,
believer in
yeah,
that myself.
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
I have to ask this because I'm just curious because you're a lot like me, but in a guy version, because you're very cool. Okay. With
Oh,
the
thank you. You're cool.
ADHD,
You're
with the,
very cool too.
no, but like with the eight, like we could have been related because we're not Napolitana Calabrese. But anyway, you're in you're in the movie theater and you're watching your first premiere. What was that like? Like, what did you have feel like? What were you feeling at that time? Were you nervous? Did you know then
Um,
that you were going to be super famous?
uh, yeah, I think seeing Jurassic World, yeah, it was unreal. I mean, it was very cool. It was very cool. I thought I did a very good job too. Um, and I was just like, what was really cool was just hearing the laughs. I was like, oh, cool, yes, okay, I made people laugh. And that's like the best feeling ever. Um, yeah, it was incredible feeling. It was like it's like a huge rush. You just feel great. Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. I love acting.
Do you ever go to, like,
What kind?
hospitals for St. Jude and stuff? Like, and visit kids or like, before
Oh
COVID?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. Before COVID, I've gone to Children's Hospital out here in LA a couple times and met with the kids there, and it's really great to connect with them and uplift them because they're such in a hard situation. So it's good to try and uplift them a lot because yeah, like I love that movie Patch Adams. Like, have you all seen that with Robin Williams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll bet
Yeah,
the kids loved you. I bet
yeah,
you were very well liked on when you were working on Stranger Things.
yeah. That
With
was
with
fun.
what was it like working with all those kids? You look like the big kid in it. You do.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
talk about being the big kid. What did you learn from them by being around them all the time?
just how authentic and cool they are. Like, they're just such cool kids. Like, honestly, and I think that's why the show is so popular because they're so authentic and so cool and just so relatable to so many kids of again, feeling alienated. And I think that really resonates with kids and they can relate. And that's why it's so meaningful to them. And I think it's so cool that it's such a part of like pop culture and it's awesome. It's very cool. It's very cool to be a
Did,
meme too.
be it very cool to be what?
A meme. Like,
A meme?
yeah. Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Did you have role models growing up?
Yeah, my mom is like number one for a role model. I love her. She's a painter and a photographer. And as a
Wow.
kid, she'd always like get me to like I would be like, "Mom, I want to be in your photos." And I get in like a suit and tie and like 7 years old and just take photos. And she's always very funny too. And my stepfather, very funny people. And yeah, they were big role models to me. And I had a teacher in English class in high school that was a big role model of mine. He was like the first teacher that was like, "Oh, I see, I see this. I really see this kid and I'm going to try and help him." So he would let me perform in front of class for like 10 minutes each day, which gave me a lot of confidence. And we did poetry readings, which was very
Oh,
cool. And I think that's really what got me into acting was doing those poetry readings. So yeah, because I would make like funny poems up and yeah. And I have teachers now that are role models and uh, teachers at Leslie Kahn. And yeah, I love role models.
they
They help
say
you get you where you need to be.
they say it's so important. It shapes
Yeah,
who you are, and also the people that you surround yourself around the daily have such an influence. But nothing like a role model to think back, and it's like you always carry in your pocket with you what they instilled
yeah,
in you.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, they
So,
really helped me.
have you ever considered writing a script, like your own
So I
comic?
am writing a script. Yeah, I am writing a couple things right now actually that I want to star in and make hopefully after COVID ends. And I have a couple TV shows that I'm currently pitching right now. And they have to do with pizza and me just hanging out with people. So there are two
Pizza
different
and Cheetos.
yeah, pizza and Cheetos. No, hanging out with people. Yeah.
Yeah, you would love the pizzeria over here in Jersey called Lubrano's. It's a family
Oh yeah.
restaurant. You would love it.
Lou
Tell me,
Branos?
Lubrano's. If you go to New Jersey, Lubrano's, you have a slice of pizza. Okay, they're like family to me. So you go in there, I guarantee they will treat you like unbelievable.
I'm excited. I love collecting t-shirts from those places too.
There you
Nice.
go. Someone's coming to New Jersey.
Can you bring Holly when you're on your way? Because she just doesn't want to come to New Jersey.
Well, not right now. Not never. I didn't say never. We've got this thing. So tell us about Archibald.
Yes. Archibald is um it's a really cool animation show where I play a goose named Preston, and it's awesome. Yeah. It's a comedy animation. Tony Hale's the creator. He's really cool guy. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. I play Preston the goose.
When can your fans expect to see this?
Oh, it's gonna come out in the new year on the Peacock network.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
yeah, thanks, bub. Just needed some light there.
You're giving you the lighting there. So you're
Yeah.
you're very I notice about you in watching you speak, you're very grateful. You're
Yeah.
very grounded. You're always giving thanks, acknowledging other people. It's a really great quality for somebody in who's
Oh,
been in the
thanks.
business and working as much as you do. That how humble you are and how grounded. Do you do affirmations, meditations?
I
Is
do.
it
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's really. I learned that from my parents. They've always just been such cool, kind people. So, um, yeah, I do affirmations and I set goals every week, and I have accountability partners
I
that I'll
love it.
talk
wow? I
to.
know he's like
Yeah.
we're in this. It's a belief that we have in a practice we have in a community we're
Yeah.
in called 10x, and
Oh,
a
that's
few other
awesome.
things that we but we're very into it. So I noticed that right away. I was like, I think he does this.
This is
This
Yeah,
is
it
awesome.
great
totally works.
because you
Oh, yeah, I'm
speak
all
the
about
language. Yeah,
yeah, I'm all
yeah,
about it.
yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
love that.
important.
I
But
love
It's
you
the
got to
important
signal.
that
remember, Holly, he is originally from the East Coast.
That's true. Yeah,
So we're like
we're not,
that.
yeah.
yeah, we
So
are.
I love my East Coasters. There's no rivalry here.
Everyone from the East Coast is always winds up in California. Why is that?
It's the
I
entertainment
don't know.
world.
Yeah.
It's the entertainment capital of the world.
And we're
Well,
due
my
for a big
sister
storm
lived
tomorrow.
out here, and that was my draw to it. So, she went to Pepperdine University,
It's
and
beautiful.
she sent me a California hat when I was a kid and some really cool shades. And I was like, oh, I want to go there someday. And I live here now.
There you
That's
go.
awesome.
Now she's super
Good.
jealous because she lives in Chicago.
Ooh,
Well,
that's
that's a
chilly out
great
there.
city too, though.
Yeah, that's a cool city.
Do you ever do like conventions out there? Like
Yeah, I've done a Stranger Things convention there. I love it there.
where's
Very
your best place
love
to
the
do it
people.
though? San Diego or New York?
Uh, all over. I love doing them anywhere. I love doing conventions. I was supposed
Oh,
to do it in Germany, but it got canceled.
Oh
I
wow.
saw you on a Comic Con. That was great. That
Yeah.
was great with the puppet. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
That was great.
Thanks.
Talking to a puppet for a while there.
Yeah, that was fun.
Those are fun. I used to go down to the Comic Cons and work those. Yeah. Those are
Oh,
great.
cool.
Now,
Uh,
if you weren't in the entertainment business, if you weren't in it, what would you think about doing?
Uh, I think I would be a painter. I would paint. I love doing artwork, or maybe a musician.
Okay, so
I
what
think I would.
instruments you play?
Well, I'm learning instruments right now, and I'm loving it. I love it so much. Uh, I'm learning guitar and piano right now, and it's just the best because I feel like I'm in a place. Do either of you play instruments?
I
I
play
used to
drums,
play the
bass,
piano growing
guitar,
up.
keyboards,
Oh, nice.
singer-songwriter.
Oh, that's
From the
awesome.
East Coast, where
Yeah, I think with the ADHD for me, it was hard to learn when I was a kid, but once I know that I have it, I can tell the teacher what I need, like what I need from them, and it helps.
you'd probably be surprised, but people with ADHD have a very good ear for music, so you could probably
Yeah.
hear the chords. Like I can't read, or like I can't read music, but yet I write hit songs. So it's just, I could hear something and play it. It's
Right, right. Okay.
And
Yeah, I
people
need
couldn't
to check
understand
that out.
it when we'd have band practice, and they'd hand me sheet music and I'd be like, "What? I got
Yeah.
this." You know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
But
I hear that. Yeah.
is that one of your drawings in the back there?
Yeah, that's it's a giraffe.
That's
Ah, there
pretty
you
But
go.
cool. Very
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I
You
love
still,
painting.
so you would still be in the creative, yeah, you would still be in the creative arts no matter what. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once a creative,
I think it's
always
the
a
only thing I
creative.
can do.
Well,
Like
There you go.
I kinda can see you doing your own comic books and being
oh,
very
that
successful with it.
Yeah.
oh, that's a good idea.
So I'm very intuitive, and I'm actually seeing that.
Whoa. Okay. All right. I'm gonna do some comic books. Good
And you
idea.
could use
And
your
just
artwork
remember,
in
when I
there.
come up to you at Comic-Con, just be like, "Oh, okay."
It's
You'll be like,
been great
where's
having.
my 10%? I was the one that
Right?
yeah.
No, I'm actually
No,
not
I'm
like
kidding.
that.
No.
I know.
I'm
I'm
not like
kidding. I'm kidding.
I'd be like, "Come on, let's go get pizza."
That
Maddie,
sounds good.
it's been so great having you. We appreciate
Yeah.
you stopping by.
Yeah. Of course.
Before we go, we like to end by doing three fill in the blank statements. So I
Oh,
start a
God.
phrase or a sentence and you finish
Okay.
it.
All right.
Okay, so let's start with I am so grateful and happy now that.
I met you too.
Oh. uh, something most people don't know about me.
Uh, I have such a hard time with that question. Uh, gosh, I don't know.
Okay. Well, how about
Something- yeah.
my funniest moment?
My
Something that's happened to you.
my funniest moment. Uh, Jeez, my funniest moment. Um. Oh, I guess uh, there was like like when I was in my college years, someone was throwing a huge party and it was a giant and there were like 20 people on this dance floor in this house and the floor was bucking from them dancing too much and someone had just told me a story about about a bunch of people that had died from falling through the ground and the music was super super loud and I went up to the DJ and I like screamed like no turn the music off I gotta say something and I think my friend that was there thought I was gonna wish him a happy birthday but I said everyone stop dancing please stop dancing and they're just like what who is this guy what are you talking about anyway and they just turned the music up louder and started dancing. That was kind of a long story, sorry.
And
Um,
the last one, I believe in.
I believe in you, the listener that's listening to this. Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Thank you so much, everybody. Matty Cardarople, and look for Matty on Netflix and the Peacock Network.
Yes, yeah,
And you can also find him,
Thank you so much.
like, subscribe, and
yeah.
follow at Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Are you on TikTok as well?
I'm on TikTok, yeah.
TikTok
I got
at
off of
Matty
TikTok.
Cardarople, Cardarople.
Yep.
And thank you for tuning in to Mupo and Friends. As always, you can find us at www.mupoentertainment.com. Again, that's www.mupoentertainment.com, courtesy of Mupo TV. This is Holly Lombardi with our special guest, Matty Cardarople, and our CEO, Mastermind host, Michele Mupo. And we are over and out.
Over and out. Thank you.
Over
Thank
and out.
you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really
Thank
nice
Thank
you.
you.
meeting
It's so great to meet you.